Hey, I'm Vlad with Glow Marble, and I'm going to show you how to install these thin concrete bricks onto this wall right here. If you haven't seen the first video on how I actually made these out of concrete, that video is going to be in the description below. Since I'm only doing a demonstration, we're going to pretend that this is our floor. Now, since my floor is completely level, I can start from the floor. If your floor is not level, you're going to have to make a completely level line and start from there. The rest of those bricks, you're going to cut to the proportions that you need to and place them on the bottom later. Also, because I'm working indoors, I can get away with using silicone to stick the bricks to the wall. If you're doing an exterior project though, you're gonna need some tile grout, and take this square notch trowel, spread it around, and stick those onto that grout that you placed. Now let's say where the board ends, there's a wall. There's a corner, that's where we're gonna start. On the very bottom in the corner, whichever one you want to. Stick your silicone onto the back, apply it right there. Now I cut up 1/2 inch spacers to put in between the bricks to make sure that the distance between each brick is going to be consistent, and to make sure that the bricks I put on top don't start slowly crawling down without being supported by anything underneath. I'm just going to keep going the entire length of that wall, placing bricks. Now remember, the edges of my frame are walls, so I can't exactly put a full brick over here. You're gonna run into this problem eventually. So I cut up a bunch of bricks down to size, and I'm gonna use those. Here's another thing, if you got a corner like this, instead of using those small bricks that I cut up, take one of those corner bricks, place it, and from the side this will look like a real brick. So I rearranged a few bricks, and I kind of like the way that it looks where it's wavy like this. It looks more grunge, but if you want something a little bit more straight than the spacers you use, make sure that they're a lot longer. That way everything's gonna be completely straight. Now I'm gonna mix up some Type S Mortar mix, stick it in this grout bag, and I'm gonna squeeze it in between each of these bricks. So I let it dry to the point where I can touch it and nothing's left on my finger, but the grout still moves. One thing you can do is take a trowel and just scrape everything off just like that. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm gonna take this brick jointer, and in between those joints, do exactly that. Now as you can see, we still have some of that excess all over that wall, and I'm gonna do something cool that will texture these bricks even more than they already are. I'm gonna take the dirty tool right here and use it to scrape it off. You don't need to clean it. The fact that it's dirty is what makes the texture look cool. It's gonna make these white streaks all over it. If you want, you could even take some of that leftover grout, get it a little bit wet, and stick that tool into there. And now we're gonna take a big brush and get rid of these sharp edges over here by just brushing it off, just to make sure that nobody cuts themselves on this when it gets hard. Now here's the finished project, and I'm not even exaggerating, this looks so good I kind of want to frame it and use it as an accent piece somewhere in my house, let alone an entire wall. Now here's a cool trick. Imagine how good this would look with the right lighting. You can put a washer light right up top, let the light shine down and give it more character with shadows also. I was thinking something cool would be like, without even coloring the bricks, have them completely white on a white wall with a washer light, have it shine down, let the shadows do all the work. That would look really cool. But I want to know what colors you would use. I heard some guy say that he wants black bricks with white mortar in between it. Comment down below what colors you would use. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.